Shall we get into anticipation time for
Games or
2019?
movies first?
Either one.
Let's do games.
All right, games. Dun, dun, dun.
Are you pulling up your list? You have your list? Or
No,
you just
I
know
have
it
it
off the
in
top of your
my
head.
head.
Locked in
I
your
don't have
brain?
that many. I don't have that many.
Oh, I see. I was trying to get 5, but I thought we were going for 5, so that's why I tried to.
Oh, I didn't know we had.
I kind of stretched it to 5,
I
but
didn't
it's
know we
fine
had
if you
to
don't
know.
have whatever.
That's
If you don't have 5.
So mine, obviously earlier this year or next Q1 for 2019, my most anticipated game for sure is gonna be Metro Exodus, just because I know the time they put in and the amount of, or what my expectations are. I know it's probably gonna be met more and what they're probably gonna expand on. They know what they are. I forgot the studio that makes that game. But regardless, Metro Exodus, I think it's actually my most.
id?
It might be it, but I think it's actually my most anticipated game in general for 2019. Honestly,
For the whole of the year?
Yeah.
That's probably pretty fair.
And then another one that's early Q1 would be Division 2. Just from that one experience playing it was pretty good. It seemed better. We know what it is now. We're not we're not caught in the Ubisoft trap of E3.
Metro Exodus is Deep Silver. Sorry.
Okay, there you go. So I think we're gonna get more. We're gonna be more upfront with the game, obviously, and then also the improvements and what we had in Twitter talk. A lot of positives coming out of it as well. Already in the alpha.
Mm-hmm.
Later on in the year, definitely, obviously FIFA. It's always there. And then what was the other game? Dying Light 2.
Wow.
Which wasn't on the 40 games, but Dying Light 2 is definitely a game.
I actually didn't even have that on. Like, I wrote down a whole list of things that are coming out this year, and that wasn't on there.
I think it's
Maybe
coming
I
out.
skipped it, but
I think it's coming out summer, I believe. Maybe I have to double check that. But Dying Light 2, definitely a game that surprised a lot of people, and I think it's a different take on like the zombie games, but also isn't really too much of a zombie game. It's kind of like what I've heard around. I guess what Mirror Edge should have been, I guess, in a way. Like how you should, I guess. They kind of did Mirror's Edge and then zombie game and then plus did like an RPG thing as well to it. So it's like all in one kind of thing. So I can't wait for that one. And then Pokemon, just I don't know, whatever they're going to call it. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be like, one color and another color or something.
So yeah, I'll have a Switch. I'll have a new Xbox and then a Switch by the end of Q1. And then that'll be ready.
I sent you that thing with the Xbox, all the Xboxes $100 off.
Yeah, but also my bank account was destroyed by little kids, so that's fine. And then what else? There's one more in there that I totally forgot. Control. The Remedy game. That's the people that made Alan Wake. I don't know really anything about it, but I'm hearing good things about it.
But you're excited for it.
Yeah, that's nothing else that off the top of my head. There's probably a couple of side scrollers that I totally am forgetting to talk about.
I mean, I don't know how much you care about like a Ori or like because like Ori.
I never played that, so
comes out. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, this past year side scroller wise, you had Dead Cells, you had Guacamelee, which isn't on the Xbox One yet, and then you had Cuphead in the beginning of the year, or was it last year?
Cuphead was last year.
End of 2017.
I think it was December 2017.
Okay. Well, I mean, it was almost. But regardless, a lot of good stuff right there. But there's probably going to be one or two of those games out there. I kind of want to play Celeste too, in a way, but that's like something that's this year.
All right. I honestly, you had FIFA in your list. I honestly kind of didn't even think of sports games. So I mean, I'm obviously going to get FIFA, but I haven't played Weekend League in like weeks. I'm just like enjoying not being stressed.
Yeah.
Playing things that don't stress me. Like obviously I still get like, I've been playing MLB The Show. I get angry at that sometimes, but not like FIFA's on just like a whole nother level. So yeah, I guess like FIFA, MLB The Show 19. I got to spend about a week. I was lucky enough to get into the alpha for MLB The Show 19, so I got to spend like a week kind of running around in there. Can't talk about it yet though, because we had to sign NDAs. But
or you're going to jail.
Yeah. So anyway, so I I was actually kind of surprised by the lack of things that I'm really excited for.
I didn't have that many. Like I didn't have that many off the top of my head too, because 2019 is going to be the year we just look at. It's going to be like a window shopping year, kind of in a way.
I feel like this is just a filler year for the consoles next year,
Yeah.
sort of thing, where like
Let's say about
holiday,
PS4, I guess,
you know,
there's a lot of stuff.
fall 2020 is going to be like where we start getting some big hitters, I think.
Mhm.
So I have 5 written down. I guess I'll do Pokemon first because that was the only one that we actually share. So obviously, I've had a Switch since launch. I don't play it as much as I don't play it as much as I thought I would. And I don't play it as much as I kind of want to. I don't really know what the deal is. It's just, maybe it's just kind of like the lack of having people to play with. Like I don't even have the online service, even though it's like $20 a year or something like that, $20 or $30 a year. I don't even have the online service. So, I mean, I play Smash. I've been playing, working my way through the World of Light.
Do you still
or
play
whatever.
online at all or no?
So there are some games where you don't have to pay.
Okay.
I think Mario Kart is one of them. Like Mario Kart is just free to play online.
That'd be kind of like a big one. You want to hit on that.
But it was like it came out so
fine.
early.
Yeah.
Like everyone, I think. Anyway, so I do have Pokemon on there. I did not get Let's Go Eevee or Pikachu, but I am really looking forward to like the more mainline traditional Pokemon games, and hopefully they change it up at least just a little bit as far as like story and even some of the. I think maybe now might be a good time to revisit a lot of the core mechanics that have been the same since like the original Pokemon games.
Yeah, that's true.
None of my other 4 on this list did you have on yours. So I'm going to start with Total War 3 Kingdoms, the most recent from Creative Assembly in the Total War franchise. It comes out in March. I think it's the first week of March 7th. I'm really looking forward to playing that. I think they've been using Thrones of Britannia as kind of like a playground for some of the new testing ground for the new features that they're going to introduce in like on a full scale game in 3 Kingdoms. So this one's set in China. And I think it has the potential at least to be like another excellent strategy entry into Creative Assembly's portfolio anyway. So I have that. Also on the strategy front, I have a game called Imperator Rome. This is from Paradox. It's like more of a grand strategy. Like I know Josh and I play Hearts of Iron a lot and stuff like that.
Yeah, the people that make Universal Europa
Universalis, yeah. And Crusader Kings and stuff like that. So obviously they're quite familiar with the sort of grand strategy setup, and this one obviously being set in Rome, I think is going to be a lot of fun to play. I have 2. I guess these last 2 made it on because of how surprised I was at how little I was excited for this year. But I have Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I think it has the potential anyway to be a good balance of like maybe more of a middle ground between like an Assassin's Creed and a Souls game.
We had a comment on one of the videos when we talked about it on the E3, and someone was like, "Really? You said Assassin's Creed?" I said, "This is what it kind of looks like." I didn't say that's what it exactly looks like.
It seems to me, I'm going to double down on that. It seems to me like a more brutal version of the Japanese Assassin's Creed that everyone wants. Like Japan is the setting, like feudal Japan specifically, is the setting that everyone has always kind of wanted Assassin's Creed to mess around in. And they haven't done that yet, but this is obviously set in that. Not necessarily like a historical feudal Japan, but like that sort of like art style anyway.
Yeah.
And then, if it's like more of a Dark Souls-y game, then so be it. Like I think it'll be fun nonetheless. And then lastly, I have Star Wars. This has got to be the worst name of a Star Wars game ever. I don't know why it's not just Star Wars Fallen Order, but Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, because they had to just throw the name Jedi in there. So everyone's like, "Ooh,
Jedi
lightsabers,
Jedi."
Yeah. The terrible name for a game. Though just like having Jedi in there just destroys the name. But
Destroyed the Jedi.
This is gonna be. We have not had a Star Wars game except Battlefront.
The two Battlefronts.
Yeah.
The two failed Battlefronts.
Because 1919 or whatever whatever the numbered one was.
Yeah, the one that had the Uncharted
13,
rider
13.
or something like that on.
So I'm looking forward to this just because it's a new Star Wars property. Obviously, Star Wars games are something that almost all of us really enjoy playing. Battlefront has been met with, at best, mediocre acceptance from the community. So hopefully this, being something new and different from just the kind of generic Battlefront, that hopefully it'll do well. Hopefully it's a good game. I mean, first and foremost, hopefully it's a good game. Because we've been waiting all this time. I mean, EA have wasted like 7 years of a 10-year license agreement. So
Yeah,
hopefully
they hit
they
a home run.
Yeah, hopefully they actually put the Star Wars license to use. So I have that as my last game. Real quickly, I'll run down just some of the things that are coming out this year. Tropico 6, Ace Combat 7, the remake of Resident Evil 2 releases, I think, in late January. Kingdom Hearts 3 is releasing this year. Crackdown 3, finally. They must have, I almost feel like at this point, someone one day accidentally deleted all the game files and they had to start over, but they didn't tell anyone. Because, that game should have been out 2 Novembers ago, I think, originally. So we get Crackdown 3, we get Far Cry New Dawn, we get Jump Force, which is it's a fighting game. It's I also just realized right now that I skipped Mortal Kombat. Jump Force on here is like Naruto, Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, okay.
It's all the anime.
Paul was talking about this.
Yeah. So it's like a fighting game that mixes all of them together. Anthem, Metro Exodus, which you had on your list. Total War 3 Kingdoms I had on mine. Devil May Cry 5, The Division 2, which you had, Sekiro. Animal Crossing at some point is going to be releasing on the Switch this year, which is going to be another good get for Nintendo, hopefully. Gears of War 5, Luigi's Mansion 3, Rage 2, as my phone is going off repeatedly here, Wolfenstein Young Blood, and then Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I also skipped on accident Mortal Kombat. That's going to be coming out in April.
Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
Love it.
MK11, yeah. So a lot of things coming out this year, but I guess not too many of them are actually things that I feel like I'm terribly interested in. I don't know.
Yeah, this is true.
There's not going to be an Assassin's Creed this year. I'm sure there'll be Call of Duty and Battlefields maybe at the end of the year, but
yeah, a lot of the voids will be filled eventually, but it seems like 2019's heavy in the beginning, and we'll see what happens by the end. It seems like we're gonna have the one where there's gonna be a big loser, like we did this Fast Fall, but it's gonna be in the beginning of the year. But next fall is not gonna be. It's gonna be a little bit more scarce.
probably
On great games, great
probably.
quality games.
Because there won't be a
Red Dead Redemption.
there won't be a Rockstar release probably.
There won't be God of War would technically be replaced by Last of Us.
There won't be a Bethesda
or Days
release.
Gone.
And there won't be a Bethesda release in the fall. Rage 2 will be coming out, but Rage 2 even is not Bethesda. It's
Isn't Doom or
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal comes,
yeah.
Out in the fall, I believe. But that's not going to be a heavy hitter.
Right.
They're just going to be. It's not niche, but it's spreading like a disease niche. Not that it's a bad disease. It's not a bad disease. I enjoy Doom. And then Gears 5, if people still want to play that game.
There's that strategy Gears coming too.
Yeah. If Gears can offer
Gears,
anything,
Tactics.
hopefully pray to God that Gears can offer something, but if they can't, they can't. I'm not too high on that game at all.
I almost think at this point it'd be better for them to hold that.
Yeah, I would think so too. But
Just because Gears, you don't need to try to save this generation. Just it's over.
in my eyes,
Hit 'em hard.
it's been 2 years since Gears 4 for that release, or 3?
2 years, I think.
Yeah, so I feel like that's too soon as well. Seems like it hasn't.
I feel like that it came out of a little bit of desperation.
Yeah, it seems like it doesn't have enough time to cook. It's gonna be a little undercooked on release. I might even get pushed to maybe. I wouldn't be surprised if I got pushed to early 2020 for some reason. I feel like that's too soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, it's we're gonna see. We're gonna see all the hits and miss of next year, and let's keep moving.
Okay. So that takes us to the video game. Sorry, not video game. We just did the video game.
Oh, and also let us know your most anticipated video games of 2019.
Yes.
down in the comments down below.
Do that as
Boom.
well.
Titties.